This week, we're going back to the future.
It's time for another Geek Crash Course.
Where we're going, we don't need Geek Crash Courses.
Actually, we do. It's kind of what we're doing here.
Yeah, I got a little carried away there.
Is a beloved franchise and is possibly one of the best movies of all time.
Where else can you see a time machine made out of a Delorean, an awesome skateboarding chase, and a fantastic cover of Johnny Be Good?
It spawned sequels, an animated series, a series of video games, a theme park ride, and a pair of sneakers, among other things. It's a pop culture phenomenon that has truly stood the test of time.
Oh, no. Don't touch me. The lead character of the Back to the Future franchise is Marty McFly. He's your basic protagonist type. He's charming, he's quick on his feet, he's brave, he's pretty hot-headed, but he can't back down from a challenge, especially when someone calls him a chicken.
Dr. Emmett Brown, who's fondly known as Doc, is the mad scientist type and invents a time machine out of a DeLorean. He's generally regarded as bizarre and eccentric and has a dog named Einstein.
Actor Eric Stoltz was originally cast as Marty McFly and even began shooting the film. However, the producers thought he wasn't the right fit and recast with Michael J. Fox in the part. In the 1985 episode of Fringe, Eric Stoltz is listed as starring in Back to the Future in the alternate reality.
In Back to the Future, high schooler Marty McFly lives with his very average family in a very boring neighborhood in California. Marty's mother is kind of an alcoholic, and his father is a wimp who is regularly kicked around by his boss, Biff.
Marty meets up with Doc late one night, where Doc reveals he's created a time machine out of a DeLorean.
The time machine is powered by plutonium, which supplies 1.21 gigawatts to the flux capacitor to run, and must get to 88 miles an hour in order to travel through time.
Libyan terrorists from whom Doc stole the plutonium give chase, causing Marty to drive the car at 88 miles per hour, which sends him back to November 5th, 1955.
This becomes a little problematic because the DeLorean doesn't have enough plutonium to get Marty back to his own time in 1985.
Marty runs into the high school versions of his parents, where he learns that his father has always been a wimp and unable to stand up to his tormentor and future boss, Biff Tannen. Marty's mother, Lorraine, also develops a crush on Marty, which gets really awkward.
Marty must now figure out how to reunite his parents for the sake of his own future on top of getting back to 1985. No pressure.
In Back to the Future 2, Marty and Doc travel to 2015, where Marty messes things up, so they have to travel back to 1955, where the events of the first movie are already taking place. So the Doc and Marty of this movie have to help the Doc and Marty of the first movie make everything work.
In Back to the Future 3, Marty and Doc go back to the Wild West of 1885, where Doc falls in love, Marty gets in a shootout at high noon, and Doc converts a steam locomotive into the next time machine. The to be continued card at the end of the first movie was originally put there as a joke. There was no intention to create a Back to the Future sequel.
Homework. We'd say watch all three films. Now the third does suffer from third movie syndrome, but it's mandatory for completing the story.
You can skip the animated series, but give the video games a try. They're a fun, puzzle-based adventure, although they don't really take advantage of the world set up in the film trilogy. Michael J. Fox is only 10 days younger than Leah Thompson, who played his mother, and is 3 years older than Crispin Glover, who played his father. Thanks for watching this week's episode on Back to the Future.
If you get any questions, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, or our website, geekcrashcourse.com.
Subscribe above, comment below, and now it's time for us to go back to the future.
Wait, can we go forward to the past?
Logo a go-go.